So did you enjoy the first 3 quarters of that game more than you enjoyed the last one? Or do you enjoy all of it because you won?
You always enjoy the entire game because you win. Listen, I mean, this league is, it has the reputation it has because of what you see in games like today, right? And it's what makes the game great, and just proud of our guys that we played well enough against a really good football team to win the football game.
What happened in the end there? You kind of lost hold of it in the fourth quarter.
I wouldn't say we lost hold of it. I would say maybe we were holding on loosely, right? And well, I know, yeah, you music buffs. I see you over here laughing, Steve. That was a pretty good line, wasn't it? I didn't even think of it. I wasn't thinking of it. We turned the ball over twice, right? And once on a fumble and then once on an interception, and both of those we were, well, especially the interception, we were deep in scoring territory. So that took points off the board, and the fumble gave them great field position. Then we came back out on a special teams possession and gave up a return and a 15-yard penalty on top of it, and gave them the ball on the 40-yard line. So those were really key times in the second half, in the period of time that you're talking about. That against a good football team, they're always going to capitalize, with a really good quarterback.
There were lots of things there you had to like during this, like the coverage,
tons.
Surprise when you came from different angles.
Yeah, I thought the game plan that Orlando put together and the defensive staff, they did an outstanding job, and really put their guys in a position to pressure a good quarterback. Right, we knew we had to do that. He gets the ball out of his hand, he reads coverages fast, and he's unbelievably tough. So we knew we weren't going to get a lot of sacks, but we needed to pressure him, hit him, hurry him, those types of things, and we were able to do that tonight.
To the outsider, and I know it's an oversimplification, it looks like Orlando really trusts the way and the frequency he's bringing guys now. It looks like he trusts the secondary. At least has a feel.
Well, I mean, it's always it's always a risk, right? And but against a team like that, you just can't stay back in coverage the whole day and think that you're going to get a guy like Lule and his receiving core off the field. It's probably not going to happen.
Just fine.
You didn't run the ball as much this week as you have in other weeks, but you ran a lot of sort of short passes, screen passes, shovel passes. Does that accomplish the same sort of thing as the running game does in your mind?
As long as we complete them. We call them long handoffs. And high efficiency plays, but we have to have great execution on those in order to go with a game plan like that.
Could you talk about Ellingson's sort of development? Now he looks, I know he's fairly fast, but now he looks fast, which I don't think he did.
What helped him, he's played a lot of football, as you all know. I mean, he's been running all year long, because of where he came from, and then coming to a league where he runs every play, right, and doesn't really get a play off. I think what really helped him, there was a noticeable difference after the bye week. Like that bye week for him in particular, as we're talking about it, was really key. He was able to get his legs back up underneath him, I think, and he's been able to pace himself a little bit better since then.
Did you expect him? You had other guys that seemed to us that at the start and in minicamp seemed to be ahead of him, import guys. Quite a few, it looked like to me. Or maybe we were wrong.
Yeah.
Did he really take a leap up?
We were always going back to the film, right? After our practices and going, well, there he is making plays again. He was always making plays in camp, and at the end of the day, you guys know this. This game comes down to players making plays. It doesn't matter what position you're in, right? That's the bottom line. You have to make plays as a player, and he does that.
Gable played well today. Yeah. Did you like the way that he?
Yeah, CJ's getting better. He's really growing as a football player and understanding this game. And like I said, he's a complete back. He does all three phases of the game as a tailback.
Did he just? Sorry,
I was going to switch up. So go ahead.
I would just to continue that on the fumble. Was it just a young guy unaware that don't fight at that point?
We work on ball secured a lot. I mean, we protect the ball a lot better this year than we did last year. Haven't put the ball on the ground a lot. He just didn't cap the ball when he was in traffic. He's one of those guys. He's a little slippery, right? And he has a way to get those extra yards and not getting those extra yards when he's in traffic. But he's got to also cap the football and protect it. And he just didn't do it in that case. And and what I saw, I'd have to look at the film, but it looked like to me they put the helmet right on the ball too. On that play.
Henry threw for 375 and 4 touchdowns. That's the good news. Right. The not so good news was the two interceptions. The second one you didn't seem very happy about at all.
Right.
He didn't. Was that a
Wasn't
fair?
happy with the first one either.
Okay. He didn't play the next
Yeah.
series. It was Dan. Now, was that something
Yeah.
that was planned, or was that?
Oh, we were just trying to eat the clock. Yeah,
Okay.
we just trying to, it didn't have anything to do with the interception. Listen, I mean, Henry knows I've got a good relationship with Henry, and I love him like I do my our other players, right? He has to worry when I quit getting on to him. When I quit pushing him is when he needs to worry. We're going to push him. I'm going to push him as far as I can push him to execute. He should have come backside on that play. We worked on him all week. But I love him.
First place potentially. Does that mean anything for you at this point in the season? Does it mean anything for this team at this point?
No, we're just focusing on, like I said, the tenets that we believe in and the philosophy that we believe in, and how to get better as a football team. It's constant and consistent improvement. When you do that, the record takes care of itself.
You seeing that improvement now?
I think we're getting a lot better as a football team. We got a long way to go. I know that, and we've got a lot of mistakes that we have to correct. But you always have a chance when your players prepare hard and they play hard when they get to game time, and our players have done that.
It doesn't mean as much now, but at the end of the first half, the penalties were particularly.
Yeah.
I mean, that game could have been much higher.
Well, I don't know. I mean,
in the first half.
I know what you mean. I understand what you're saying. We obviously, took 2 late hits on the quarterback. The second late hit kept their drive alive. But prior to that, we were offsides on defense, and we had them off the field on 2nd and 3. It was an incomplete pass, and then we got backed up. Then they converted, and then we got the late hit. So I told the defense, you have to play a clean game, but we have to do that in the kicking game and on offense, and our return game's got to get better, in the kicking game.